Picture this. A woman walks into a room with 20 dogs. Within seconds, every male dog rushes toward her while completely ignoring the men nearby. This shocking 1986 study revealed just the first of 11 mind-blowing differences between male and female dogs that will completely change how you see your furry companion. From deadly statistics to surprising secrets, prepare to discover what your dog has been hiding all along. Difference number 1. The woman magnet mystery. Maybe you've noticed this with your own dog. He seems more comfortable around your female friends than your male neighbors. Well, science finally explains why. When researchers tested 20 dogs in Nilitsix, they uncovered something that left the scientific community stunned. Female dogs showed little hesitation approaching strangers of either gender. But male dogs? They were absolutely terrified of unfamiliar men. Think about it from your dog's perspective for a moment. Men are typically taller, with deeper voices that can sound threatening. They often have facial hair and broader shoulders, features that might trigger a dog's survival instincts. It's like meeting a giant who speaks in thunder. No wonder our male companions feel safer around women's generally softer voices and smaller frames. This revelation explains so much about dog behavior that owners have puzzled over for years. Ever wondered why your male dog seems more relaxed at the vet when it's a female veterinarian? Now, you know why. Difference number 2. The perfect partnership rule. Here's where things get really fascinating, and this could save you from costly mistakes. Just like in human relationships, opposites attract in the dog world. Multiple studies and countless stories from dog owners reveal that dogs get along significantly better with the opposite sex. Imagine you're thinking about bringing home a second dog. If you have a dominant female, adding another alpha female is like putting 2 queens in the same castle. Chaos is inevitable. But introduce a laid-back male, and suddenly you have harmony. This isn't coincidence, it's hardwired into their DNA. The science behind this is remarkable. Dogs naturally avoid competition for resources and territory when possible. Same-sex pairs often trigger those ancient pack instincts, leading to dominance battles. But opposite-sex pairs? They complement each other perfectly, creating a balanced household where each dog has their unique role. Understanding this simple rule could be the difference between a peaceful multi-dog home and years of behavioral problems. Difference number 3. The Great Escape Artists. If you have a male dog, you probably know this story all too well. One day, your well-behaved companion transforms into Houdini, digging under fences, leaping over gates, or even learning to open doors. Their wanderlust isn't just about adventure. It's about love. When a female dog goes into heat somewhere in the neighborhood, male dogs can detect her scent from miles away. Their biological programming kicks in with unstoppable force. One study found that intact male dogs are 3 times more likely to roam than their neutered counterparts. They're not trying to run away from you. They're following an instinct that's been hardwired into their DNA for thousands of years. The tragic reality? This wanderlust often leads male dogs into danger. They're more likely to get hit by cars, fight with other males, or simply get lost while following that irresistible scent trail. It's a reminder of how powerful biology can be, even in our domesticated companions. Difference number 4. The secret language of marking. You've probably noticed that male dogs seem to have an endless bladder when it comes to marking territory. But here's the shocking truth. It's not really about needing to go to the bathroom at all. It's about communication, status, and yes, even romance. Every time your male dog lifts his leg, he's essentially writing a novel for other dogs. That tiny amount of urine contains his entire biography, his age, health status, what he ate, And most importantly, his availability for romance. It's like a complex social media profile that other dogs can read with their incredible noses. Female dogs mark too, but they're much more strategic about it. They're not trying to claim every fire hydrant in the neighborhood. Instead, they save their messages for when it really matters, particularly when they're in heat and want to advertise their availability. The most fascinating discovery? High-status dogs mark more frequently than submissive ones. So, if your dog is constantly stopping to mark during walks, he might just be the neighborhood's self-appointed mayor. Difference number 5. The heartbreaking lifespan reality. Here's a fact that might surprise and sadden you. Female dogs typically outlive their male counterparts. But before you start worrying about your beloved boy, there's hope in understanding why this happens. The biggest factor isn't gender itself, it's what we do about it. Spayed females live 26% longer than intact females, while neutered males also significantly outlive intact males. This dramatic difference comes down to health risks and behavior. Unaltered dogs face higher risks of reproductive cancers, but that's not the only danger. Remember that wanderlust we talked about? It's literally life-threatening. Male dogs roaming for mates are more likely to get into fights, contract diseases, or have accidents. The beautiful truth is that this lifespan difference is largely preventable. Responsible pet ownership through spaying and neutering doesn't just control pet population, it can give you precious extra years with your companion. This knowledge could literally add years to your dog's life. Difference number 6. The aggression truth. Brace yourself for this statistic. Male dogs are 6 times more likely to bite than females. Before you panic if you have a male dog, let's unpack what this really means and why it happens. Recent research involving 20 different breeds confirmed that males show more aggression toward both dogs and humans. Intact males are the most likely to bite, followed by neutered males, then females. But here's the crucial part. Aggression isn't destiny. The vast majority of dog aggression stems from fear, poor socialization, or feeling threatened. A dog's upbringing and training matter far more than their gender. The statistics simply reflect biological tendencies that responsible ownership can completely overcome. Think of it like this. Understanding your male dog's natural inclinations toward territorial behavior allows you to address it proactively through training and socialization. Knowledge is power when it comes to preventing problems before they start. This isn't about fear. It's about being a better dog parent. Difference number 7. The heat cycle transformation. If you've ever lived with an unspayed female dog, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Twice a year, your calm, obedient companion undergoes a complete personality transformation that's both fascinating and challenging. The physical changes are obvious, the bloody discharge and swelling. But the behavioral changes are what really catch owners off guard. Suddenly, your female dog is sending out invisible invitations to every male within miles. She'll position herself suggestively, raise her tail, and even try to escape to find suitors. But here's what's truly remarkable. During this time, she's also leaving scent messages everywhere she goes. Each time she urinates, she's broadcasting her availability across the neighborhood. It's nature's own dating app, and every male dog is receiving her notifications. The stress and anxiety that accompany heat cycles aren't just inconvenient for you. They can be genuinely distressing for your dog. Spaying eliminates this roller coaster of hormones and emotions, creating a more stable, comfortable life for your companion. Difference number 8. Amazing physical differences. The differences between male and female dogs go far beyond behavior. They are literally built differently. Testosterone doesn't just affect personality, It creates dramatic physical changes that affect everything from exercise needs to health considerations. Male dogs typically have larger chests, bigger heads, heavier bones, and more muscle mass than their female counterparts. The record holders prove this point dramatically. Zeus, a Great Dane, held the title of world's tallest dog at 3 feet and 5 inches tall. Zorba, an English Mastiff, was the heaviest at 330 pounds. Both were males, showcasing the extreme end of what male genetics can produce. But here's something fascinating that most people never notice. Dogs also have a preferred paw, just like humans have a dominant hand. Research shows that most dogs are right-pawed, but female dogs are significantly more likely to be right-pawed than males. Scientists discovered this by watching dogs perform tasks like reaching for food or walking downstairs. This seemingly small detail actually reveals insights into brain development in dogs. Another reminder that our companions have complex, individual personalities shaped by both genetics and gender. Difference number 9. The adoption tragedy. Here's a heartbreaking reality that reveals an unfortunate bias. Male dogs spend significantly longer in shelters waiting for homes. On average, males wait 6.6 months compared to 5.5 months for females. But the reason might surprise you, and understanding it could help save lives. It's not necessarily that people prefer female dogs. Instead, more males end up in shelters in the first place. Remember that wanderlust we discussed? Male dogs are more likely to escape during a female's heat cycle and never find their way home. Some families give up searching, assuming their dog ran away permanently. This creates a tragic cycle. The very behavior that gets them into shelters, that romantic adventuring spirit, also makes them seem less desirable to potential adopters who worry about escape artists. But here's the truth. Male dogs are often just as loyal and loving as females, sometimes even more affectionate and playful. Understanding this bias could help more deserving dogs find loving homes. If you're considering adoption, don't let gender statistics scare you away from a perfect companion. Difference number 10. Incredible records and fascinating facts. While males dominate the size records, females hold their own impressive achievements. Bluey, an Australian cattle dog, lived to the incredible age of 29 years and 5 months, the oldest dog ever recorded. She spent her entire life working with sheep and cattle, staying active and purposeful until her death in 1939. Her longevity might be connected to that active lifestyle, proving that female dogs can be both tough and enduring. But here's a mind-blowing fact that most dog owners never learn. A single litter of puppies can have multiple fathers. This phenomenon happens when a female mates with several males during her fertile period. Imagine the surprise of breeders when DNA testing revealed that litter mates had different fathers. This ability, called superfecundation, exists in other species too: cats, horses, and even rarely in humans. It's another reminder of the fascinating complexity of reproduction in the animal kingdom, and why those purebred litters sometimes have surprising variations. Difference number 11. What this all means for you. From that shocking preference for women to the heartbreaking reality of shelter statistics, the differences between male and female dogs run much deeper than most people ever imagine. But understanding these distinctions isn't about choosing sides. It's about becoming a better companion to whatever furry friend shares your life. Maybe you've recognized your own dog's behavior in these facts. That territorial marking suddenly makes sense. Those escape attempts aren't personal. They're biological. Your female dog's mood changes during heat aren't stubbornness. They're hormonal stress that you can help alleviate. Whether you have a territorial male who claims every tree in the neighborhood or a nurturing female who might outlive her male counterparts. Each brings unique joys and challenges. The key is understanding their natural tendencies so you can provide the best possible care, training, and environment. If you're considering adding a second dog to your family, remember the magic of opposite attractions. If you're thinking about adoption, don't let gender stereotypes prevent you from finding your perfect match. The next time you're at the dog park, you'll see these fascinating differences playing out right before your eyes. You'll understand why that male dog gravitates toward female owners, why those two females seem to compete while the male and female play peacefully together, and why some dogs seem more confident while others appear more cautious. Your dog has been displaying these gender-specific behaviors all along. You just didn't know what to look for. Now that you understand the science behind their actions, you can be a more informed, compassionate, and effective dog parent. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Did you recognize your own dog's behavior in any of these discoveries? And if you found these insights as fascinating as we did, make sure to subscribe for more amazing revelations about our canine companions. The most popular dog names? Max for males and Bella for females. Names that somehow capture the strength and beauty we see in our four-legged family members. But whatever you call your companion, understanding their unique gender traits will strengthen the incredible bond you already share. Your dog's secrets are finally revealed. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge?